Wow, how about this? Noble Gold, one of the sponsors of our show, has just been picked by Consumer Affairs, the rating agency, as the overall #1 gold IRA company in the United States. Talk to the team today if you're thinking about precious metals. And if you're quick, they're giving away an incredible 1/10 ounce American Eagle gold proof coin with every qualifying IRA or 401k rollover. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold. Call the team now at 877-646-5347 to find out more or visit noblegoldinvestments.com.
Good evening. I'm still reporting on the coup. This morning, before DOJ Special Prosecutor Jack Smith's dark past was revealed, the young hosts of Fox and Friends Weekend made some very astute suppositions about why Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed him to go after President Trump. I hear folks knocking Fox News all the time about their political coverage. I just don't see the major flaw. These three are obviously not following the dictates of King Rupert Murdoch or his two kids, who are supposedly managing the giant Fox ship of state. Now that Shep Smith has gone, only a few crackpots remain, Geraldo. My guess is that's what Rupert calls balance.
So, Will, the prosecutor that they brought in for this special counsel is a prosecutor who investigated war crimes in Kosovo at the Hague. So what does this all tell you?
You see, at 8 a.m., that's all we knew about Jack Smith, a prosecutor at the Hague.
Well, it tells me this drama will drag on more. And it's a story, in essence, that while it has various chapters, has one theme. And it's been going on for 6 years. And that is, find anything or everything that you can find on former President Donald Trump. And it should be noted on presidential candidate Donald Trump as well.
Yep.
It's not insignificant to point out that Donald Trump is running for president in 2024, and now you have yet the continuation of an investigation. On the heels of a summer of, oh my gosh, the FBI has raided Mar-a-Lago. I want to give you this information. The Washington Post reported this week. They said that in retrospect, it looks like investigators are saying President Trump wasn't hoarding the nuclear codes or all this paperwork in order to profit. He was doing it because he was keeping mementos.
There you go. The headline is, investigators see ego, not money, as Trump's motive on classified papers.
That may result from them independently, and in the best traditions of the Department of Justice, I will exercise independent judgment, and I will move the investigations forward expeditiously and thoroughly to whatever outcome the facts and the law dictate. Why wasn't this guy put on the Hunter Biden case? This is a smoking gun if we've ever seen one, that actually has national security implications because Joe is the big guy. Everything is pointing in that direction. That means he's compromised by the Chinese.
They're not interested in that one bit. Here's what former President Donald Trump has to say about this investigation.
I've been going through these investigations and hoaxes and scams from the day I came down the escalator at Trump Tower. And you'd really say enough is enough. This will not be a fair investigation. But again, I thought this was all done or very close to being done. These people are corrupt, and yet they go after innocent people under the guise of legitimacy.
Exactly right. When you listen to Merrick Garland, he said, this is not just about Mar-a-Lago and the raid and the papers.
Right.
This is about the transfer of power, meaning...
Okay, now listen to what Pete Hegseth, a former infantry captain with 2 Bronze Stars, has to say.
January 6th. It's also interesting to note that the January 6th committee's dead, right? The Democrats don't control the House anymore, so there's no more January 6th committee. So
look at Will Kane's eyes light up. He had never seen that aspect. And this guy is a Harvard-trained lawyer, well on his way to being the big guy at Fox.
Where are you going to air the laundry against? So this is the continuation of that into the Justice Department.
But then Rachel Campos Duffy, the wife of former Congressman Sean Duffy, comes up with yet another twist, that the Republicans should keep the January 6th committee going, but completely fire all the Dems and replace them with Republicans and start doing a real investigation instead of a Trump-only witch hunt.
As well.
I hope that the January 6th investigation continues. I think there's a lot that needs to be uncovered. We need to know who did the pipe bomb. This is an incompetent FBI that can't figure out who, with cameras there. In front of the DNC and the RNC, they still don't know who planted those pipe bombs. They don't go after Hunter Biden. They rifle through Melania and Barron Trump's bedrooms, but not Hunter Biden's when they have a laptop full of evidence. And you interviewed the laptop guy.
Will just figured out what Rachel was trying to say, and he's supporting her great idea.
Yes.
But to your point on not wanting the investigation to January 6th to end, you saying you do not want, because there's still truth to come out.
Yes.
As I mentioned earlier, the headline screams, and then again this week, now in your legacy mainstream media, this time the New York Times, they reported that the number 2 in charge of the Proud Boys, the number 2, this is in the New York Times, reported this week.
Pay attention now. This is a stunning revelation, especially since it came from the New York Times, which I can no longer stand to read in any form.
The number 2 who was present on January 6th was an FBI informant for a long time, had been part of the FBI investigation into the Proud Boys, and then he's there on January 6th.
And we still don't know who Ray Epps is, and we have not seen the security footage from inside the Capitol. But that could happen if Kevin McCarthy decides to release it. If it hasn't been somehow disappeared, we could actually get more information. I think we need to get to the bottom of it.
I agree. I just mean the political persecution of January 6th continues now in the Justice Department.
Yes.
And I'll just say this. Be careful what you wish for in continuing the targeting of the Trump family and of Donald Trump, because there's a Republican primary that's about to unfold, and when there's people that are going to jump into that race, you're only helping him in many ways by persecuting him, because voters say, man, he fought for us and they came after him. Maybe he's over the target, and maybe he'd fight again if he was back in the White House. So there are unintended consequences to this kind of witch hunt 7.0, wherever we are. I can't even keep track.
And that is all totally off the top of those 3 heads. Look what you learned in just 5 minutes. Now, are you going to get that type of analysis on some other channel? Newsmax is coming along, but you just cannot claim that Fox is lagging. Poor old Merrick Garland, he probably thought he could keep Jack Smith's dark past undercover. But nope, we got him within just 24 hours. I don't think Garland has another bullet in his gun now. If the Donald just holds on, and if Kevin McCarthy is actually playing on our side, I think this long nightmare is about to go off a cliff in a ball of fire. Just what the minions of Satan deserve. I'm still reporting from just outside the citadel of world freedom, and the next time you see me, I'll have a haircut. Good day.